From the CBS 42 Washington Bureau, the government shutdown has entered a fifth week and November SNAP benefits remain unfunded. Washington correspondent Kristen Eskow joining us now with the latest. Kristen, the vice president made an announcement on military pay. What have we learned?
Well, Ani, the vice president says that military service members will be paid later this week. Now, he says the Trump administration is exploring all options to keep government programs running. That includes food assistance, but he says there are limitations. Meanwhile, the short-term funding bill continues to fail in the Senate.
Democrats have not backed off their health care demands after the largest union of federal workers demanded an end to the shutdown.
Our position from the beginning is that we want to reopen the government as quickly as possible and restore health care to everybody.
The short-term funding bill to reopen the government failed for the 13th time on the Senate floor Tuesday. Despite the union's plea and the uncertainty over November SNAP benefits, there were no new yes votes from Democrats.
Even as nutrition programs are running out of money and federal workers are lining up at food banks, Democrats continue to reject every opportunity to end the shutdown or mitigate its pain.
But Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer argues the Trump administration could be using other funds.
There is somewhere around $5 billion in emergency funds that could be used right now to ensure parents and kids don't go hungry.
Lawmakers from both political parties have proposed legislation to continue funding SNAP during the shutdown. But when speaking with reporters, Senate Majority Leader John Thune sounded skeptical of advancing legislation to keep individual programs funded.
I get the rationale, but that's not the way to approach this. The way to approach this is to reopen the government.
Now, the Trump administration has said that it cannot dip into the SNAP contingency fund since it is not legally allowed during a shutdown. Ani.
Kristen, senators are in talks about a bill that would pay federal workers. What more can you tell us about that this morning?
So Senator Ron Johnson has a bill to pay essential federal workers who have continued to work during the shutdown, as well as troops. Now, that bill was on the Senate floor last week, but it didn't get enough votes from Democrats to advance. Well, now Senator Johnson is in talks with Democrats about including furloughed federal workers on that bill. Now, it remains unclear if and when the bill could get a vote on the Senate floor and whether it would get a vote in the House, which remains out of session. Ani.
Kristen Eskow live in Washington this morning. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Happening right now.